Hey everybody, Tyler here at The Movie Beat. In this video I'm going to be talking a little bit about one of my personal favorite Blu-ray collections, and that is the CJ E&M Blu-ray collection from Korea. And now this collection, if you haven't heard of it before, you're in for a treat if you're a fan of Korean cinema. You've probably heard of it though. I've seen recently on Instagram a lot of people are actually posting their pictures of this collection, so I do think the popularity is rising, and a lot of these releases are what we call limited edition, so once they're gone, they're gone. So if you want to get in on this collection, I suggest you get in now, because there's a great new release that could be your first addition to this collection, and I wanted to introduce that particular release in this video, and that is the film 1987. If you have never heard of this film, where have you been? But that's okay. It's one of the Korean films that made my top 10 of 2018 list, despite it coming out at the end of 2017, technically, like December 27th or something. So most people, I think, didn't get to see it until this year, including me. I saw it early January. The fact that this just recently came out, I think I got it in the mail like a week ago, so it's probably been just over a year since I've seen it for the first time, and oh my god, it was so great to revisit this film. I like it even more now that I've actually finally gotten to see it completely with English subtitles. There were a lot of parts in the film that were a little bit difficult for me to understand initially, because there is some North Korean dialect from some of the characters, as well as just being a lot of technical, a lot of written items, a lot of type on the screen that just came a little bit too fast and furious. But revisiting this film, it just solidifies even more how much I love it. I loved it even more the second time, so I really wanted to recommend this film in particular, as well as this amazing collection of Korean films, which is part of the CJ E&M Blu-ray collection. So every release from this CJ E&M Blu-ray collection comes with like this slipcase, and it's a Digi Pack. That's kind of their theme of their collection. So you can see that once we slide the Digi Pack out, some of them are a little bit more tricky than others. They're a little bit tight inside to slide out, so be careful and note that yours isn't faulty if you're having that issue, because a lot of mine are a little bit difficult to come out. So you see on this slip case, slightly different from others. It's a little bit less colorful than some were maybe anticipating or hoping for, but I was sort of thinking about it too, and I thought there are so many big name actors in this film that, you know, it's just like, who are you gonna put on the cover? Who are you gonna put on the back? Is that fair? A lot of them are just, they have great parts all around, very evenly spread, so I get kind of why they went for this simple design. Got the glasses here and the single shoe on the back. These are very powerful images. If you've seen the film, you'll know what these are referencing, but just note it's understandable after considering a lot of things. Although I will say it's not the most colorful and amazing slipcase design from all the releases. Inside, everyone is a Digipack. Like I said, this is the theme of the CJ E&M collection. And some of them are a lot thicker than others, particularly the Handmaiden, which is probably, well, it's definitely one of my favorites in the collection, but that's probably the thickest. This is on the larger side, I would say. Some of the recent releases are 2 discs instead of a single disc, so it does break a little bit of continuity with the spine size, but they still look great, and I get why they're doing the second disc as well, because they usually do include at least a couple commentary tracks and some pretty high quality audio tracks on the main disc, so they want to leave a lot of room for the special features. Do note though, if you do pick this up, that the commentaries and the special features are not subtitled. The feature film, however, does have English and Korean subtitles. So I actually really like the design of this Digipack. As you can see, we've got 3 actors on the front. And then on the back, we've got 3 more actors. They probably could have put even in another 3 on this, but that would just be a little bit overkill. Really looks good when you open it up. And this particular release comes with a photo book. Not all of them do. Some of them, like Asura, had one. And it is all photos if you take a look inside. And they're pretty high quality. Don't take too close of a look if you haven't seen the film yet. You don't want to be spoiled by anything. But it's a nice addition, and it doesn't include like a lot of Korean essays, stuff that really isn't that helpful or interesting maybe to international audiences. So it's cool when they do include an item like this. Inside we've got the discs. As you can see, the feature film is on one disc and the special features are on the other. I did rewatch this, like I said, and the film looks amazing. It almost looks too good at times. I don't know if there was any tweaking. I don't think so, but it looks so good. And it just reinforces, this is the director of Save the Green Planet and Hawaii, A Monster Boy. Those are some of Save the Green Planet is definitely in my top 5 favorite Korean films of all time. What the other 4 are, I couldn't tell you. It might take me some time to think about, but Save the Green Planet is definitely in the top 5. And since that director only has 3 films, it is such a treat to have this one as well. And it just makes me more interested in this director and hoping that he gets more projects in the future, just from how much I love this film. Also, those of you who are getting into the CJ E&M Blu-ray collection, there is one thing to note if you are picking up past releases that are potentially out of stock, you're looking on eBay, secondhand markets, what have you. You'll notice that some releases do come with some sort of a bonus item, like a photo book or a scenario book, picture cards, signed cards sometimes. But do note that a lot of these items are like lottery inclusions that a lot of the online retailers will have if you pre-order a copy. So don't expect every edition to have that. Think of it like a bonus if you do stumble upon one. For this particular release, I did order it through the Korean online retailer Aladdin, and there was a lottery option for one item is stamps. It was called just like stamp cards or stamps, and the other one was like a weird book type mark for studying. There was no picture of what these looked like, so I have no idea what they were, but I was pleasantly surprised and consider myself to be very lucky to have my edition included the stamp collection. So as you can see, it's 2 of each of pretty much the main actors in here, and they're kind of like stickers. You can peel them off. I guess that's pretty much how they do modern stamps nowadays. No one likes to lick things, paper, stuff like that. So I'm obviously not gonna use these. I'm gonna keep it in here and, you know, maybe take it to a film festival if there's an actor or something, try to get a signature on the back. That's pretty much the only thing that I can really think about doing with this stuff, if you do get that opportunity. But yeah, it's just gonna go in the pile of awesome additions. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you are interested in getting into the CJ E&M Blu-ray collection, I just want to give you a couple tips on how I completed my set. This is number 53, and it is the latest. So that is quite a few films that you would have to pick up if you did want to complete this set. And a lot of them, like I said, are very hard to find right now, and they go for a really high price. So unless you have a lot of money to burn, I would suggest just sort of picking and choosing a little bit here, a little bit there. And that's kind of what I did over the last really few years, particularly to complete this set. But I was lucky enough to get some of them on release day, so didn't really have to go that much in depth. And I've been sort of collecting this for technically the past like 8 years or so. So, and I also have a little bit of advantage because I can access some of the online Korean secondhand market. So For those of you who are just getting into it, good luck. This would be one I would definitely recommend picking up. 1987, When the Day Comes. Include this in your home library, Blu-ray collection. It's definitely one of the best Korean films in the last few years. It tells a very powerful story. If you have any questions on this collection, or if you have any requests for films that you'd like to see up close and personal, please leave a comment below. Or if you have a question on, which one you should pick up, recommendations of one film over the other. I really don't think that there is a bad Korean film in this set, although some are much better than others. So that's gonna be it for this one. Go check out 1987. Did you guys pick this one up? Really curious what you thought. Until next time, I'm Tyler at The Movie Beat. Keep watching movies.